Can you do it now?
Yep, got it.
Okay. I am so freaking excited to do this training for y'all tonight. Courtney is getting all of her last minute wedding stuff done. So she asked us to host this Zoom, and I thought what better topic to talk about than branding yourself, because that's such a huge topic. So Carly, if you could also help me make sure people stay muted as well, because I'm a squirrel and I'll get distracted. So we are going to share with you our best tips on how we brand ourselves, how we basically attract our distributors and customers, how we make sure that we're not only building relationships with our people and we're not just posting about the business or posting about the products. We want to teach you how to set yourself apart from all the other distributors in this company. There's a lot of us, and that's why I find it so important to make sure that you are being 100% authentically yourself. And that's what I try to teach to my team. I know Courtney teaches that. I know Carly teaches that. We want you to be yourself. So when you join this business, we don't want you to change who you are or change the way that you post or change the way that you talk. We want you to be you. And so we're going to teach you the best things that we've learned. I've been in this business for almost 3 years in December. I know Carly's been in this business 3 years in November. And so we've kind of got this down when it comes to how to attract the right people and how to be that perfect distributor that makes people come join us based on what we post. So I wrote down some things for myself, and we're just going to share a little bit about our stories for those of you that are new. If y'all don't know me at this point, if you're new, I'm Cheyenne Knox. I'm 20 years old, and I'm a presidential diamond. I joined this business, like I said, almost 3 years ago. I was 18. I was in high school. And I had 20 cents in my bank account when I joined this business. I really didn't expect much. I just expected some gas money because I knew my parents were not going to be able to support me through college. So I knew I had to have that extra or it was not going to work out. I ended up paying cash for my tuition. I promoted to double diamond my last year of college. And I was making an extra $5,000 a month at 19 years old. And then 3 months later, I went triple diamond. I made my first 5-figure paycheck. And 3 months later, I dropped out of school and I went presidential diamond, and that's an average of $20,000 a month. And so I did all of that in before I was even 20. I mean, I went presidential diamond a month after I turned 20. I cannot talk. A month after I turned 20 years old. And so if you're new here and you're young, this business is perfect for you because it's all on your own schedule. It's all over, if you're in college, if you have a busy schedule, it's literally perfect for you because it's all on you, and you can't go, like I knew when I was going into college, I wasn't going to be able to work a business or to go get a job and go to school because I was majoring in nursing. If any of y'all are, why can't I talk? What's going on? Any of y'all on here are a nursing major, you know that it's kind of not ideal to have a job. And so this was perfect for that. And then it's crazy how God works because this is now my full-time income. It's my career. This is now something that's my passion. And I've been able to do this for for full-time now for a year. I guess, yeah, in October, it'll be a year that I don't go to school anymore. And I've just been able to stay home and do this full-time. So thankful for this business, but now I'm going to show you kind of how I've worked my business for the past 3 years. So the first thing is you need to establish things that you love, things that make you who you are, things that if you were to ask your friends or your family, what makes you think of me? These are the things that you're going to brand yourself with. So if I ask this on my social media, people would say that I love TJ Maxx, that I love fashion, that I travel all the time, that I sell, it works. And I have a boyfriend that I've had for 5 years, like Ray Dunn. Yeah. Like all these things, people would be able to tell me these things because I share them every day. I love going to TJ Maxx and finding cute clothes and steals and deals that I always share. I love makeup and fashion, and I always share clothes that I buy and makeup that I use. And I love just traveling. Like I'm always in my car. And so people see that because I'm always sharing where I'm going or who I'm going to see and the freedoms that this business allows me. So I encourage you tonight, if you haven't already, to go on your Instagram and make a little question post and go to your Facebook and say, what are the 5 things that you think of me when you hear my name? Like, what are the 5 things that make you think of Ashley? What are the 5 things that make you think of Cassidy? Like, what are the 5 things that make you think of you? And that's a good interaction post, number 1. And number 2, you'll be able to see if you've actually been sharing enough of your life for people to know who you are. And so that's a huge thing for me that people know who I am because I share it every day. And that's the second thing. You have to be willing to share more of your life. We're network marketers. Everything we do is social media based. And so you don't ever want to be that distributor that just shares before and afters, or just shares pictures and you talking about the business every day. And no one knows who you are behind the scenes. No one knows the distributor that is like in here and not just what you're posting about. Because I can tell you something is, in this business, it's all based on relationships. People don't buy the product, they buy you. And so if you are willing to share who you are and people start bonding over the things that you love, like I have so many people that are just like people that follow me on Instagram and they talk about TJ Maxx and things that they buy, and like they love the clothes that I buy, or they ask me for my links, or where I got this shirt, and I'm able to like talk to them about it. And it's not ever about the business sometimes. Like sometimes they just genuinely care about the things that I'm talking about, and that's how I'm building those relationships. Then not only are they seeing the stuff I'm talking about and the clothes that I'm wearing and the things that they like, then they start seeing the cleanse post and the coffee post and me talking about my business and how I'm able to go to TJ Maxx and how I'm able to buy 1,500 Rae Dunn mugs that I don't need. I mean, anybody else? So those are just things that I think are going to help you a lot if you start sharing your life a lot more. The third thing is I do this in Snapchat videos majority of the time. So I go over to Snapchat, I make a video of me talking about my day. Like today I made one because I took my car in to get my tires fixed and they found a nail in my tire. So I drove all the way home from Carly's house with a nail in my tire because I didn't even realize that that's why my tire was low. So I just shared that on my Instagram story, and so many people swiped up. And then my boyfriend posted a stupid meme on his Instagram about me and my birthday, and I shared it. Like I just share so much about my life on there that it creates interaction and it builds those relationships with people. And so Snapchat videos are really predominantly where I do that. I talk about my day. That's when I talk about promotions, and I just put a filter on it and put it over to my Instagram. And then things that I eat, things that I go buy, like if I'm in TJ Maxx and I buy a cute mug, I post about the mug. Like I'm always sharing a little bit about my life. My dad always says if he doesn't know where I am or if I'm not answering my phone, he checks my Instagram story because I put everything on there. Like literally every restaurant I go to, every store that I'm in, every location that I'm at, like I'm always sharing my life because that's what I do. I'm a network marketer. I'm an influencer, and I post about my life because that's my job. So, number 4, I don't brand myself with It Works. I don't want to be that person that is just known for It Works. What I want to be known for is being an influencer that helps people financially and helps them feel better and feel more confident and encourages people to get out of their comfort zone and encourages people to grow their faith. Like that's what I want to be known for. I don't want to be known as an It Works rap girl. Like that's not who I'm known for, and that's not who I am. It's just something that I do. Now, what I want people to do is when they think about needing money, when they think about being stressed because they can't pay their bills, when they think about being overweight and they really want to feel more confident, if they start having acne breakouts and they need good skincare, like I want them to think of me to help them. That's my goal. So that should be your goal, is not branding yourself with this business, not posting black, green, and bling everywhere to where people are like, oh, she's a distributor. You want people to know you for what you want to be known for. And so that's just my personal conviction of how I feel like I want to be an influence to people. I want to help people, and I want to people to think about when they're struggling with something, they're like, oh, Cheyenne, she can help me make money. Oh, that Cheyenne's gonna help. She has post about this coffee and this like cleanse and these Thermophyte X and this skincare and all this stuff that I want. That's what I want them to think of. So I encourage you to look at things that you love, things that make you happy. And this is something that's super easy. I know that if I was a mom, I would post all of it. I would post, I was on a coaching call. I always remember this. I was on a coaching call with a double on my team, and she was on a coaching call with me, and she was like, my house is baby proofed. Okay. She was like, I've got 2 little kids. Everything is baby proofed. And she goes in there to check on them, and they are covered in chocolate, like covered in chocolate. And I was like, this is something you would document. This is your life. Like this is the raw, the real, this is all of it. And that's what I would do. If I was a mom, I would be sharing all the things, even the good and the bad. I would be talking about my kids, how I'm able to stay home, the things that I buy them, the food that I feed them. Like I would be sharing all those different things with people because that's your brand. If you're a mom, that's your brand. Your kids are your brand. They're like stuck to you basically, just like a brand would be. So look at your life. If you're in college, I was in college too, and I really struggled with this then because I was like, what am I supposed to post about? I don't have a house. I'm not married. I don't have children. I don't have anything cool to share. Like I have my anatomy textbook I can post. I posted it, y'all. That was my life. That was my brand, was being a student. And so don't look at it as in and this is like the last thing that I was going to say, is a lot of people get so overwhelmed when they think about branding themselves, and they get so overwhelmed with what to post on social media and, you know, how to be their own person without copy and pasting the other person. Like, guys, find people that inspire you, not people to be a copycat of, because you are not put on this earth to be someone else. You are put on this earth to be you. And I want you to find things that you love and find things that make you happy, whether that is underwater basket weaving, or maybe you like food a lot, or maybe you like to travel or go hiking. I don't know what it is. Talk about things that make you happy, because you're going to attract people that love the same things, because there are a lot of people in this world and there are people just like you. So start talking about things that you love, that make you happy, that make you passionate, and be freaking confident in it. You know, I kind of struggled with this too when I went full time with this business. I was nervous that I wasn't going to have anything to do. Like, literally now all I do is spend money at TJ Maxx, which is not a great thing. And I've been working on that because I don't need to, but that's what I do. And it's hard. And I understand that. And some of you really struggle with trying to find those things because maybe you're in an awkward time in life and you don't really know what you like, or just be you. Be confident, talk about things that you love, and be that passionate person. So, and the last thing I want to leave you with is, if you watched your upline for a long time, I didn't really have this luxury because I watched Courtney for like 2.2 seconds and joined her from a car. But maybe you watched your upline for a really long time. What made you join them? Like, what was it about them that attracted you to them? And kind of, don't, like I said, don't copy them, but if you are attracted to them based on them talking about fashion all the time and you love that, talk about fashion more. You see what I'm saying? Like, try to think about what attracted you to join your upline. So I hope that y'all got value from those tips. Those are just some of the biggest things that I've learned from this business about, like, branding myself and attracting my people to me, because my brand isn't It Works. My brand is myself. My brand is being 100% me. I'm not like anybody else. I'm not an exact replica of someone else. I've never really copy and pasted posts past Going Diamond. I write all my posts based on how I feel on my heart when it comes to being confident and being passionate and stepping out of the box and doing something for you, because that's what I did. And so that's my conviction every day, is to be an influence for people based on things that I love to do, while also making money from my phone, having the freedom to do all the things that I love, and also being able to help other people do the same thing. So now we are going to hear from, I think Danny is next. Danny is actually driving to Florida to go to Green Carpet. If you're going to Green Carpet, I want you to drop a 1. I'm super excited for those of you that get to go. I'll be at Courtney's wedding, but a lot of you I know are actually going to Green Carpet. And drop a 2 if you're watching the live stream, which, if you're not going, you should have all got your live stream, because not only is that going to give you points for the incentive trip, and you're also going to actually be there. So I'm going to be watching the live stream. I hope all of you already bought your ticket and that y'all are going to be watching it with us. I'm super excited. But Danny, you should be able to unmute yourself, share your story, and tell us all your tips.
Okay. Hello. Can you hear me okay? Okay, cool. So don't mind me, I'm in a car. And if my service goes out, someone just text me. Okay, but I am Danny. I am a diamond with this company. I've been in this business for a little over a year now. I joined, and I'm a college student, and I joined because I didn't want to work 24/7 in college. And I was already working 2 jobs, and I knew that, like, a full college schedule with 2 jobs was just not going to be fun, and having a social life. So I watched my upline, Cheyenne Nickerson, for like around a month. I followed her, and I was just like, what is this girl doing? And I ended up just joining, and I never really like looked back. I'm red, so I just did everything that she said to do. And I was like, I just want to make money. Tell me how to get there. But I work mainly on Instagram, and a lot of my tips are pretty similar to what like Shay said. And like finding those things that really like have you stand out without copying people, that is like my main thing. And I have been someone who like not struggled, but kind of struggled with figuring out like what's interesting about me. Like, I go to college, but I feel like my life is pretty boring, and there's nothing really like I'm not a mom. I'm literally just 19 years old, and I'm a college student. But some of the main things that like I figured out like that I could relate to people is my cats, and like working out, and like just sharing little things about me that like people like to stay updated on. So finding those things, like, it doesn't have to be like huge things. It can like literally just me, like, people go to my Instagram and they know that I'm probably like obsessed with my cats and corgis and stuff too. Like, those little things, like, those will stick out to people and they come back and like they can relate to you on those topics. The second thing is it's just showing you and showing your life and talking on your story. At first I was like a little bit nervous and I like never recorded myself on video or anything, and it literally took me so many times to like get used to talking, but I found that like my interaction on my stories go up like way more when I talk and like show me. So that's like a huge tip. And you don't have to always just talk about the business. You can talk about other things to get people interacting on like your actual life, like situations, I guess. Like before I have talked about like my nails, and I asked, like, I made a poll about like asking if I should take my nails off and like take the acrylics off so I could play guitar. And most people didn't even know I sang. But then as soon as I posted a singing video, now people like kind of, that's like another way I've started to brand myself. Like, I've been playing guitar and singing and stuff. So just finding those things that really, really like pertain to you without like straight up just copying like other people and what they're doing is not like your life. Like, make sure you're showing the things that pertain to your life. And some of the things like don't have to be huge things. Like, another way I brand myself is the colors. Like, I really love bright colors and pinks, and just like everyone looks at me and if they see rainbow stuff, they tag me in it, or they see like pink colors, they tag me in it. Like, and I didn't even do that on purpose. I just liked the color, so I made it my Instagram theme, and now it's literally a way that people associate me to like something. So things like that, like, you can just find a good filter, brand your Instagram like that, and really use your highlights and match them up to like what your vibe is, I guess. I commented that on Caroline's like post the other day. She was asking about highlights, and I was like, I just figure out what I'm feeling at the time. And like, I just recently changed mine from like summery, like kind of bright ones, to like more dark, like neon pink vibes. But like, those really, really help like bring your whole like Instagram like brand together, I guess. So if you're not using highlights, I would definitely recommend those. And then finding like your key life like factors in your highlights. Like, I have a one all about my cats, all about fitness, food, because I love food. What else? I have ones about the business, so people can go and see like little bits of like my business, what it's done for me, and like kind of traveling. And then one about my story. So if they are new to my page and they don't have to like look at my post or my stories for some reason, and they go straight to my highlights, they can still click through, see my normal life stuff, and then they see some of the business stuff too. So those are big tips. And then for like actually like making connections and building relationships and stuff, find people who have like similar views to you. And like, I mean, I'm a college student, so I direct most of my following and networking to college students also, because I am a college student working full time from my phone. Not many people can say that. I don't have to attend a job, and I pay all my bills. I have an apartment with this business. So that's a thing that I brand myself on too. And I find other college people that want to get out of that situation or don't want to start their lives in debt, you know? So that's another way I brand myself. And then making your page you. If you don't post like you on your Instagram or your Facebook or wherever you work, like, people aren't going to know you. Your bio should like have some key things about you. I have a quote in mind, but then I have like a couple things about me. Like, I'm a cat mom. I'm obsessed with corgis. So people like, if I find someone who has a corgi, I follow them. I've gotten multiple messages saying that they followed me back because they saw my bio. And like, that's a thing about me. And I don't have a corgi, but one day I will. And as soon as I have it, everyone's going to know. But they can see by my bio that I like corgis still, even if I don't have one. But yeah, basically just getting yourself out there and like just being you. Like, when I first started, I was kind of quiet. I've changed a lot since I've started my business. But don't be afraid to just like show yourself, because you are different than like so and that other person, and people are going to follow you for who you are and not for like you just copying other people. And like, even if you don't think you're that important, you probably are. And there's probably people out there watching you and that like your content and like your page and stuff. So I guess those are some of my key points.
I love those. Those are all so good. And y'all, that is so true, because everything Danny said is everything I would say about her. She loves corgis. She loves cats. She's always posting super bright pictures. Like, she is 100% herself. And how many of y'all are realizing how easy it is to brand yourself? You're like, oh, that's it? Really? Like, I didn't know I had to just be myself. Like, that's literally all it takes. And so now you're going to hear from Caroline. Y'all, this girl has like the biggest personality I've ever seen in somebody, and this is like a huge part of her brand. And so I'm excited for her to share this, because hers is more, I feel like, not actual things. Like, mine's like a store and like involving my vehicle. Hers is just 100% her and her heart. So I'm super excited about this. So Caroline, you should be able to unmute yourself, share your story, and tell us your best tips.
Okay, so hey, I'm Caroline, and in the It Works world, my name is basically Caro now. I don't really remember how that started, but yeah. So if you're looking for me on Instagram, my Instagram says Caro, and my name is like Sweet. I don't want to sing it, but like it's drawn out in the username, and it says Sweet Caroline. So there's a bunch of E's. Anyways, so I joined in April 2018. I joined after one order of the Fit 30 that I ordered from Carly Guerrero, my enroller. I ordered as a loyal customer with her because I had been working, basically my average was 60, but when I really needed extra money, or whenever I was just being too generous covering other people's shifts, I was working 100 hours a week. And I was stress eating and eating to stay awake on night shift. I was a CNA at a veterans hospital, and I worked part-time in a retail store, and everyone on my Instagram should know by now that I hate clothes, and I'm trying to like them, but it's not working. So I joined, I tried the products, and I really liked them. The Fit 30 was like $156, and I worked like 2 extra shifts to get that, and that's not an option anymore, but that was like a ton of product. And just after 1 month, like, I didn't even like get like results. I just liked the actual products. I was like still watching Carly, and mind you, I'm from Alabama, by the way, and Carly is in Texas, and I have no clue who she was. And we found each other through a hosted post somehow, is what she swears by. I just don't remember. Before I even joined as a distributor, we were friends on Facebook too. So we were friends on Instagram and Facebook. That's why host posts are so important. You never know who you're gonna find through one, and I don't know what I would have done. I cry and I thank Carly randomly all the time, like, hey, I'm thankful for you, because I don't know where I would be without this business. But anyway, so I was like working myself to death, and I joined for more sleep because I was obsessed with Carly. I was obsessed with her kids, or her soon-to-be 2 kids. Her maternity pictures were so cute. Her gender reveal was so cute. Yeah, there's a lot of CNAs. It's really hard work. But I was just working a lot. People took advantage of the fact that I loved all the residents. But so I just had nothing in common with Carly. So, like, I don't know what made me like watch her so much, but you know, I was a customer, so like your customers watch you, and I don't know, I was just kind of like just obsessed with her. And then I was like, oh, she's doing this thing, making money from her phone. Maybe this will buy me extra time to sleep, because I was also in college full time, by the way, I forgot to mention, while I was working all those hours. And I scheduled 4.5 hours of sleep into my days, like in the middle of the day, in between classes and working. And I joined for more sleep, not to lose sleep, and that's exactly what happened. So I joined at the end of April 2018, and on like the last-ish day of June, I went Ruby and got the $1,000 Ruby bonus, and then I stopped working. Hold on to that. And then I actually went Emerald August 2018, and I was still not working. And I got that $5,000 Emerald bonus. I was built there for an upline to promote to Diamond. And I know we've all had those people that we don't really enjoy being in a promoting box that aren't working. I was one of those people. And I hate myself for it to this day, and I'm very open about the fact that I was built there, and I'm not proud of it. So I got that $5,000 Emerald bonus. I continued to not work, and that was in August. And then around that time, I quit the full-time job and the part-time job because I had gotten a new job out of town. And then I kept not working my business. I was out of town 12 hours a day, and then I soon realized, it was in a car dealership, I soon realized how pig-like a lot of men are that work at car dealerships. Like, if you work in a car dealership and you're a man or a woman and you love it, kudos to you. This one was straight up trashy. It wasn't trashy, it was nice, but the people were trashy in their minds. And I was like the youngest one there and a female, and it was just not good. So I cried every single day. I cried on the way to work on the phone with Anderson. I cried on the way home from work to Courtney Booth. She's my Double Diamond upline. I cried to her if I was on the phone with her. If not, I was texting her. And if I wasn't doing that, then I was listening to a Zoom on my drive home because I got off at 7. So while I was driving home, really exhausted and crying, I still turned on my Zoom to listen on that drive home since it was out of town. Basically, Anderson bought conference tickets when they released early bird tickets in October. I was like, you're freaking crazy. I'm not a leader. I'm not working. I'm not making any money. Like, why would I even go to conference? Because we're in Alabama and like Tampa, Florida, so whatever. But it was still the farthest I would have ever been from home because we have a huge family and like we didn't travel that much as I was as a kid, because such a big family, it's just hard to do. So then by December, he had spent all this money on the conference tickets, and I was like, oh crap, we leave next month to go to conference. And my paycheck dropped from the one that I got for that Emerald promotion with the $5,000 bonus and Ruby bonuses stacked. My Emerald paycheck had been $1,200. That's a really good Emerald check. And that was in August. That was from August. I was paid that the next month. In December, my check was like $50 paid as distributor. And I was like, we're leaving next month to go the farthest I've ever been from home. So I kind of just like kicked my butt in gear because I like didn't have an option. Anderson was like forcing me to go to this place I'd never been, scared as heck. And by the time I busted my butt all December. By the time we left for conference, I had been paid again as an executive. So I'd gotten like almost $300 just from starting to bust my butt again in that month of December, because it was paid to me in January. And then, sorry, I have to keep track. My story's complicated. Yes, hard work really does pay off. So we went to conference, and like I turned 20 while we were there. Like it was my birthday on one of the conference days on February 2nd. So let's see. At conference, I don't know if you follow me on Facebook or on Instagram or whatever, but if you do, then you know exactly what the hashtag Floyd Hustle is. And that is exactly where Floyd Hustle was born, at conference. We had no clue what we were getting into. Anderson was there in the stands with me. We saw the recognition. It was the recognition time. And people walked out on stage, and we saw they were starting to get recognized for weight loss. I'm like 5'3", and Anderson's like a little over 6 foot. And we were extremely overweight, extremely. And like I hadn't even come to terms with how big I'd gotten until I saw the pictures that I had taken with my team, like next to each other. And like I really loathed myself for it, but Anderson just looked at me when those people walked on stage and said, that's going to be us next year. And I was like, what? And he goes, that's going to be us next year. And boom, Floyd Hustle was born. And now that's going to be part of my branding thing. But so we're hoping we're going to be on stage because we're down over 100 pounds together. I don't know if y'all have seen our before and afters, but anyways, so I left conference. I had a fire under my butt. Our health was kicking in gear. I re-promoted, and that's what I call it, because I don't call it maintaining. I say re-promoted to Emerald because it was the first time I built myself with an entirely new team, a working team, to Emerald. And I reclaimed a $1,200. I got that check back up to $1,200 as an Emerald, and that is a really freaking good Emerald check, guys. And like a 4-figure Emerald check is something you are gonna enjoy seeing. And That was in March. I rebuilt it to Emerald in March. And then in April, I was still crying about my job by the end of March. So I quit. I wasn't even diamond, and then, like, I didn't know what I was going to do, but it was so detrimental to my mental health. I was like, I just have to. So I quit my job April 3rd. I went to the beach for 4 days. We're like 4.5 hours from the beach. So I quit my job April 3rd, went to the beach for 4 days, came back home. My boyfriend and I were in like a monumental bad place. We were just fighting about everything. We like couldn't stand each other. You know, Floyd hustle this, Floyd hustle that, still posting, looking fantastic with like how happy we are because, you know, social media. But nothing was going well. It was the kind where you just want to go to sleep crying, or you do go to sleep crying because you don't know how to fix what's going on. So I left my town right after we got back from the beach and went and stayed with their now ex-best friends, but in their dorm 2.5 hours away from home for over a week. And then I came back home, and April 29th, I went diamond and got the $10,000 bonus. So while all that life was going on, when I quit my job April 3rd, I went to the beach for 4 days. And when you're at the beach, do you think about business? Because I was going crazy about the business. And then my boyfriend and I, we were fighting like crazy. And I'm just sitting here thinking, like, I know Diamond is going to fix this. I know. And like, that was my motivation at that time and place, because that was the only thing I could think about, because like, we've been together for years. It's not just like, oh, boyfriend, like, it's like, basically we're married. We have the same last name, y'all. Leave that for later. But so I wasn't home that entire month. And then I came home, and the last few days that I was at home, I still managed to pull off diamond on April 29th, not even the last day of the month. So it's possible to work this business literally wherever. But now, like, I have multiple girls who are pushing hard for 60 or 90-day pushes to diamond, and that's going to take us to double and to triple before conference 2020. So that's my story. It's complicated. It's long, but that's me. Basically, I was we're just going to start talking about the branding thing. Before, like, the whole Floyd Hustle thing was, you know, like, born, I was genuinely disgusted with myself. I had no self-control. I was out of control with food. I'm so vulnerable about this now. I've yet to make an IGTV, but I really need to about it. I was so out of control. I would, like, binge eat and then hate myself. And then, like, Anderson, like, he had never known a healthy lifestyle. His family had never pushed, like, healthy. His entire family is, like, really big, really tall people. Like, he just never knew anything about health. And so every time, like, I brought up something about us needing to get healthy, this was before conference, he would get pissed off because he thought, like, I was, like, insulting him. And I'm like, no, I love you. And that is why I keep bringing this up. And eventually, guys, what the motivator was money. I said, look, if you want me bringing in money, and if you want me to, like, sleep at night, not stressing about what's going to happen, what's going to be said to me, what awful, nasty crap is going to be said to me, because he hated my job because of all the nasty crap all the men up there were saying to me. So imagine what your husband or boyfriend would think. He wanted me away from there, and I'm like, look, you want me to go diamond? You want me to get that bonus? You want me to bring in some more money? Do this with me. And that was like a very hard talk, dude. Like, if y'all are trying to do that, that's a really hard talk, but it's a talk out of love, and you have to keep on reassuring that and use money as your motivator, because it'll work. They're men. So basically, we started, and it wasn't very good, but I was open about it on social media. Like, we were starting, like, it's time. And oh my God, that's part of my branding thing, Cheyenne. Anyway, we went to a conference, and then he saw that, and he was like, so we really can, like, get on stage just from losing some weight. And I'm like, yeah. So Floyd Hustle, I just started using that hashtag on literally every single thing that I was posting that was about us, whether it was, like, us as, like, a business, like, duo, whether it was, like, us as, like, our weight loss or whatever. Like, that was just like our thing. And I don't even know how I came up with the name. It just like came to me one day, and I was just like, we're hustling, we're both Floyds, okay, Floyd hustle. And that's that. And now a lot of people know what that is, and if anybody clicks on that hashtag, guys, all they see is us and like our transformation or like our business moving or something. That's a big part of my branding, and so that's in my bio. I have a highlight of it. And then let's see. But like, all I knew about like branding, like I've actually thought it was really crazy that Shay came, like I was one of the people that Shay came to today about branding, because I have been in near tears the last few days trying to figure myself out, like trying to figure out my 4 or 5 things, like trying to figure out, like I was watching every YouTube video on the planet, guys. I was stressed up until about 30 minutes ago, okay? And they reassured me. They were like, look, you don't even need the things. Like, your personality is your branding. And I was like, I don't even get what you mean, but okay. And then, like, I just, like, wrote some stuff down real quick. And so basically it's like, I would just put some random stuff on my story. And then I would notice what got me the most feedback. And half of the time it was from It Works distributors, like Sideline Sisters or whoever, that would laugh at it. And like, I kept having people say that they love the fact that I just don't freaking filter myself. And I think, like, I was so freaking nervous, like, the first time I, like, uploaded a story where I slipped a cuss word. And now, if you catch me on the right day and I am ranting about something, it looks like I'm cussing you out personally, and I'm not condoning that. But holy moly, like, I just don't filter myself. And that was, like, a huge part of my branding. Like, I just don't filter myself. I'm loud. And then a lot of time, like, every single person, I'm like, another one just hopped up here. And every single person that, like, isn't from Alabama says something about my accent at some point in time. And so I started using that. I was like, okay, they obviously like that. And then I was like, wait a second. I'm actually Canadian, guys. Do I sound Canadian? No. And so I use that as part of my thing. Like, my family's Canadian. I literally do not, like, I was raised here. I'm not going to sound Canadian in any way. So anything about Alabama, I'll just basically, like, be a smart ass about it on my story. Like, the weather, the humidity. Literally, my phone says that the air quality in this town right now, oh my God, Tinkerbell. The air quality right now here in Alabama is dangerous for sensitive types, is what my weather app says. So I talk crap about that. I will say something about, like, my, just like my accent, like, why are y'all not used to this yet, blah, 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 because I don't even hear it. And then, let's see, music. Music is a huge thing. Basically, like, almost every story I put up, unless it's a series of stories, is going to have some kind of music on there. And I am random as crap about it. So it can be something Hood. It can be something Five Finger Death Punch. It can be something Hannah Montana. It was like 2 days ago. And like, it's just like, I just put up like the most random things I can think of, just because like that's literally my brain. So I live on my story. If anyone swipes up and says something to me, I do it less now, but oh, that's a good question, Carly. I do it less now because now I actually have a lot of people actually do swipe up on my story, which I am so, keep doing it, guys. Thank you. It helps my interaction. But if someone says something funny that a lot of other people are also saying, I'll post it on my story, and it shows your audience that like it's okay for them to also swipe up on your story. Like, they'll feel more comfortable with the fact that they see other people also are fine with reaching out to you. So that's why I post responses that other people say on my story all the time if you watch me. Let's see. And then transformation. Okay, so on Facebook a couple months ago, I asked people what are the top 4 things they think of when they think of me. Everyone said like weight loss or transformation, and then Anderson and animals and tells it like I see it. And I was like, well, okay, then we're just gonna roll with that. So I don't go to school. I don't have my own house. I literally just am here, and I have, like these animals just kind of turn up, drowning or bleeding or itty bitty at the same time and need help, and we're like, okay, and we just take them in, we rehabilitate them, and I tell my Instagram about it. Also, use the freaking products, like the skincare, the hair growth, the weight loss. I have results for every single aspect of our products, besides, like, I don't even know if there's one that, like, I couldn't say that, like, I don't have results from, because I literally have stuff from weight loss, from hair growth, and from skincare. And if you cannot, I'm addicted to getting that approved submission line. So, like, if you cannot, like, lose weight or whatever, that's fine, but get results with something else. There's something everyone can improve about something. So that's part of my branding is transforming. And, like, transformation, like, besides, like, weight loss and skincare and whatever, you can literally scroll back down my Instagram. I am telling you, go ahead, even though it's really shitty. And I've, like, archived a lot, but not too much so that people can see it. But if you scroll back, you can literally see the line of where conference is from this past year. You scroll from, like, before it and then at it and then after it, you can see the confidence just boom, it came out of nowhere. And then you just see it blossoming and blossoming and blossoming. Go to conference. Like, you want some chills, you want to cry, you want to change as a person, go to conference. I would sell my left foot to go to conference. Like, I went to conference with a broken right or left foot this past year. I was in a boot at conference, you guys. And I still took all the pictures, and I was still very self-conscious, but I posted them, and I looked so happy, and that I was enrolling so many distributors. My team was growing so fast I couldn't keep up because I hadn't developed the leadership qualities. Like, just do it. And so, like, transformation, I think, like, to me, besides being unapologetic and just tells it like I see it, is just, like, one of the biggest parts of me, because I know how much I've changed on the inside. I've been told to sit down and shut up my entire freaking life. Who else can feel me? Drop a freaking me in the chat. But, like, oh my gosh, no one can tell me to shut up on social media. Do you guys realize I'm so block happy? Like, when my sideline sisters try to come in and be like, look at what this person's saying to me, what should I say back? I'm like, block, 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 block. Because what the heck is the point in putting your energy towards that? And I saw a quote just now, and I'm about to shut up just all this talking. But it says, beware of little expenses. A small leak will sink a great ship. And that was about spending money, like buying a McDonald's fry here and there, or a McDonald's sweet tea. It's like $1, but so good. And it's like, beware. Yeah, Darian, I was adding you. Anyways, beware of little expenses. A small leak will sink a great ship. Like, where are you leaking your energy? Beware of the little expenses. Where are you spending your energy? And it's like, your energy can be good or it can be bad, but if you're putting your energy into this, like, bad energy so that you can, like, say something smart ass back to someone who's saying something really stupid to you that is so ignorant and has already made up their mind that they're not going to listen to what you have to say, like, you keep doing that and your ship is going to sink. Your business is going to sink. You're going to sink. You want your confidence to grow. Number one tip, block happy. Okay? So, yeah, that's my brand. Basically, I'm just like, I don't care. I just put everything on my story. I just kind of live on my story. And then in my captions, like, I try to look way more carefree to match my story. Same with my pictures. Today I literally posted one looking like I was snorting something, and it got really good likes. And I don't know, like, I feel like that's, like, all I have to say. Basically, like, find something that you are so passionate about. And I wasn't even passionate about confidence, like, before, but now I'm so passionate about it and know how much I've changed that, like, I do everything I can to make everyone around me more confident. So if you need some help, come to me, sis, because that's just like my thing. I learn it, I feel it, like I experience it, I share it, and that is exactly like how I do my branding.
Love those, y'all. Seriously, such good tips. We have one last person, and that is Carly. So if you want to unmute yourself and share your story, you have a really long story, but quick because we don't have much time, and all of your tips.
Hello. Okay. So my name is Carly Guerrero. I'm a triple diamond, and yeah, my story is so long and complicated, but I'm just going to give you the shortest version that I can. But basically, I joined this business almost 3 years ago because my family was struggling financially. It was literally pink slip after pink slip, cars getting repossessed, just the struggle bus. Berkeley was one, and buying diapers and formula, everything was just piling up. Like, I remember there was times where I would have to go through my closet and sell clothes and jeans and shoes and purses or jewelry. I've sold James Avery rings. I've sold, I'd go through and get Berkeley's toys and sell those. I've sold Apple watches. Like, whatever I had to sell, I would sell it to pay a bill or to go and get $100 worth of groceries. And I'd have to make that $100 worth of groceries last as long as I could. And so I joined this business because I needed money. I was a full-time hairstylist whenever I got started. And it's so crazy to me when I look back just how, how just, I don't know, bad life was. Like, I look at, how we were living life. Like, I would go to the hair salon and make $400 and it was gone just like that because I had to go and catch up on, bills or pay bills or whatever, go get groceries, whatever it is. And so I was booth renting. I was spending like $500 a month on my chair, plus getting all of my product. I was married at the time. I don't know where my husband's money was going, but it was going somewhere. It would go to the bills, and then I don't know if that was it. We'll get to that part of my story as well. But, I just wanted more for my family. I wanted to be able to help. I wanted to go to the grocery store and just like put all the things in my buggy and then go buy them and not have to sit there and be like, okay, this is $2.97. This is $1. This is this. Like, that is how I lived life, and I hated that. I absolutely hated that because I'm like, you cannot spend more than $36, and there was times where I'd go to pay and my card would decline. Like, how many of it has that happened to you? Like, you're literally checking out and it's like your card's declining. You're like, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm just going to take the walk of shame out of the grocery store now. That was me before this business. I started praying. I also joined this business because of Courtney Boer's car picture, the exact same thing. She posted one post, you guys. Think about this. One post talking about her car, and she signed me up as a distributor, and she signed Shay up as a distributor. And we're not in each other's downlines. We are sideline sisters. So from one post that Courtney did, she got the two of us. So imagine the post that you could do that somebody might relate to. Who are you going to bring into your business? Okay. But that was, kind of before. It was literally just a struggle bus. And how many of you have heard your upline or somebody in this business say that every 6 months you're going to go through life? Okay. It might be super dramatic. It might just be your tire blows on your car. You have to get a new car. Like, you're going to experience life. Okay. Mine was something that I never imagined that I would go through. But I left an abusive marriage because of this business. And looking back, if I hadn't said yes to this business when I did, I would still be where I was. And you know how I know that? I would not have had the money. What's going on with my hair right now? I would not have had the money to get out, right? I wouldn't have had the money to go and get an apartment and go and get a car. Like, I would have been stuck where I was. But also, part of what helped me leave was Shay, was the friendships that I got in this, was the people telling me, look, like, we're on the outside looking in, and this is not life. And like, literally, Shay sent me like a book, and she was basically like, I'm never coming over again unless you get your crap together. And I was like, oh my God, like, I'm so embarrassed. Like, she can see what I'm living. And it's just, because of this business, I was able to escape that and completely change my life. And now I'm a single mom to 2 kids. I'm a hot mess express, and that's what I'm going to talk about. But I'm going to get in, basically, everybody's already said everything, but I just kind of want to get in a little more detail and do it as fast as I can. We might go past 9, but trust me, you're going to want to hear this. Okay, so by now you've noticed everybody is different, right? I'm different than Shay. I'm different than Danny. Danny's different than Caroline. We're all different people. Every single person on this Zoom right now, you are not like anybody else, right? You have similarities and we relate in areas, but I am me and you are you, okay? So what does that say? I wrote notes, but I don't know what that point says, so we're just going to forget that one. But something that popped into my mind when I don't remember who was talking, but people will join who they like, know, and trust. Okay. And so I think this is when Shay was talking about how she's not just It Works and she's not just black, green, and bling. People join who they like, know, and trust. I am not It Works. I am not black, green, and bling. I am Carly. I'm a mom. I'm a hot mess. I have not washed my hair in a week. Like, that is me. I live off of dry shampoo and coffee. Okay. So figure out the things that make you you. Okay. And I have right now written down, and this is what I want y'all to write these things down. And then when you get off of here, I want you to go and fill them out. Okay. And I'm going to teach you how to basically, coffee all day, every day. Coffee mama, hence my Instagram handle, right? So the first thing you're going to write down is, who are you? Okay. Who are you? I am a single mom. I'm a hot mess, and I'm a Jesus lover. Like, those are just the things that came to mind whenever I was writing this stuff down. Okay. The second one is, what do you like? Okay. What do you like? Like, you should know this. Don't make this complicated. Don't sit there and be like, I don't know, like, what do I like? What do you like, right? Mine is fashion. I like being clean and organized, okay? If you know anything about me, I clean every day. And I'm sure that I know that it drives Shay crazy, because when she comes over, she leaves her purse, like, in the entryway. One shoe here, her earrings are over here. And I'm, like, picking up after her and my kids. And she's like, where's this? And I'm like, oh, it's over here. And she's like, how do you always know where all of my stuff is? And I'm like, because I pick up after you. But that's just, a little extra. But I like being clean and organized, right? That's part of me. I like fitness, and I like cooking. So those are things that I enjoy. The third thing you're going to write are, what are your hobbies? Okay. What do you like to do? Right. I like playing with my kids. I like working out, and I like working this business, right? I like going to church. I like spending time with friends. I like shopping. I like going to TJ Maxx. Okay. So things like that. What do you like, or what are your hobbies? Okay. The next thing is, what do you want people to associate with your name? Okay. Mine was, I wanted people to think like, wow, she is a freaking boss mom. Okay. She is strong. She's independent. I want people to think of me as like a little fireball, because I'm kind of like spunky-ish. Like, I'm not, I don't know, like, and I like, kind of like Carolyn, like, I don't care what, like, I'm me. I don't care if I offend you. I don't care if you don't like me for who I am. Like, I'm me, you're you. You don't like it, bye. And I'm passionate. Okay. So those are the things that I want you to figure out tonight. And then what you're going to do is, all of those things, all of that stuff should reflect in your post. Okay. So if you go, if you go to my Instagram, you can see that I'm a single mom. You can see that I'm a hot mess, because one day I might be, makeup done, hair done, cute outfit. And then the very next day I look like this right here, right? And I post this. I take pictures. Like, I put on my Facebook the other night a picture of me and the kids. We were trying to take a cute picture before bed, and Riley, like, grabbed a handful of Berkeley's hair. And, like, in the picture, you just see him grabbing her hair. I'm making a goofy face, and Berkeley's, like, screaming, right? And that's something that's not, like, a super cute picture, but it's cute, and it's me, and it shows, like, this is who we are, right? So pick a topic, okay? So let's say that you're trying to write, a business post, okay? We'll go back to this list of stuff, okay? What do you like? Well, I really like fitness. So today I feel like I'm going to do a post about, like, fitness or working out or something, okay? Incorporate that into the business. How can you incorporate fitness into the business? Well, I'm glad that I found these products, or I'm glad that I found this business that's allowed me to try these products that have changed my life, yada, yada, yada. Like, everything ties in together. So daily, I'm like all over social media. I'm, showing that I'm single mom in it, reflecting, that I'm independent, playing with my kids, but also working my business. And the reason that all of this fits into the business is because that's who I am, right? I work this business. Like, I always tell everybody when they're thinking about joining this business is, you're not joining this business to become It Works. You're joining this business and you're going to stay you, but you're adding It Works into the mix. So you're still doing all of the you things, and then you've got a little splash of this business, and you're still doing you, and you've got a little splash of these products, right? And then as you grow this business and as you grow, you can talk about how this business has changed you, or what it's helped you do, or, all that stuff, your personal before and afters, things that you've been able to do because of this business. And I think Shay was it Shay talking about customers that were ordering from you because they like you? Sharing more of your life, like your actual life, gets people to like, know, and trust you even better, okay? And this is something that's so crazy, but whenever I first left my marriage, I left last July, I did not post about it on social media for a very long time. I didn't, okay? Because people, like, first off, like, going through a divorce with kids, like, I wasn't going to be like, oh, I'm leaving my marriage. Like, I wasn't going to do that because, like, I couldn't, like, risk anything with my kids or anything. But, people saw a change. They saw a shift because I posted and I showed up to this business daily. In April, we moved into a house. And then July, I'm talking about getting an apartment for me and my kids. People caught on to what's happening, okay? And then I start talking about, being a mom and being a mom of 2 and all of this stuff. People started inboxing me, hey, I don't know what you're going through, but I see this change in your life. Can y'all still hear me? Okay. I see this change in your life, and, you're like so strong, and you're somebody who I've been following, and I'm praying for you, and then the next message, like maybe I respond to them like, thank you so much, yada, yada, yada. The next day they swipe up on my keto coffee post, right? Because they're watching me. They feel like they know me. And that's what you want to do. You want to create this relationship. How many of you follow movie stars or celebrities? Like, you follow them on Snapchat or whatever, and you feel like you kind of know them because they put everything on social media, right? They're living, like, that's what we're doing. We're influencers. We're showing people, like, this is me, this is my life, this is who I am. So show your life, like, be you, and don't be embarrassed or afraid. So the reason that you want to brand yourself and talk about the things that you like and your hobbies and stuff like that is because that's what you're going to attract, okay? So just for example, like, most of the distributors that I sign on are moms because I'm a mom, right? Moms see, okay, she's a mom and she's working in this business and she's able to be with her kids and she's able to pay bills, and I want to be able to do that, right? So I attract a lot of moms. Shay is not a mom, right? So does she attract a lot of moms? No, because her posts aren't targeted towards moms. Mine kind of are, right? Shay attracts more girls who are, like, I want to say, like, single, like, you're not married or, like, with kids. Like, maybe you have a boyfriend, but you don't have, like, the mom and, like, marriage responsibilities. Like, you're just, like, you living your life. Maybe you wanted some extra money to get your hair and nails done, to start setting up for your future. Like, that's what she attracts because that's who she is. But that's not to say that I don't have college girls on my team and that Shay doesn't have moms. That's just, we attract what we are. So you have to put who you are out there so people can see and trust and join you. And when you're attracting people like you with similar lives, it's easier to get to know them. It's easier to work with them. And it's honestly easier to train them because, for Shay, sometimes maybe she feels like it's hard to train a mom because a mom is like, look, like, I'm trying to get my kids down for a nap. Like, I can't watch this training video. Or look, I'm trying to do this for my kids. Like, it's breakfast time or lunch or dinner or bath time, bedtime, and Shay's like, oh, well, we have a Zoom. Like, it's easier for me to train moms because I'm like, look, I'm a mom. This is how I work this business. This is how I make it work for me. You can do it for you, right? So it's easier to just have that relationship with them when you're attracting who you are. And something that I wanted to touch on was, everything kind of goes together. So how Danny was talking about her colors on her Instagram story, like, that matches her filter and, her Instagram just flows. You want it to all flow, okay? So, like, my Instagram, like, I have a bright filter, and all of my highlight covers are things that I like. I like, cheetah print and, like, glitter and just stuff like that. And so those are my covers. And also, I go live about mom stuff. I go live about, talk, like, what am I trying to say? Products, like me using the products. I go, and I don't mean, like, I don't actually go live that often, but I do recording videos and, like, I post them, like, every single day. There's something of me actually talking on my feed every single day, about mom stuff, about products, about the business, just something like that, because that's what people want to see, right? People, like, and I almost challenge you, like, if you post for a whole week, like, nothing on your story except for pictures and you not talking, see how much interaction you get. See how many customers you get. See how many people are getting in your DMs. And then if you flip that, and then if you're posting, like, pictures about the business and pictures about the products, but you're also talking to your followers, like an actual video of you, I promise you your interaction goes up. You're going to get more people messaging you because they see you. They're able to like, know, and trust you even more, okay? Because just because you post a picture of your face talking about the business, people don't know you, right? But if I was to do just like tonight when we get off here, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a video talking about how I was so excited. You know, at one point we had 98 girls on this. I'm going to be like, I just got to train 98 girls on how to work this business and, you know, be the best then. All right. You could get on there and just be like, I just got off a team training, something that our leaders do every single week for us, and they pour into us and they just gave us the best tips, and that's what you're getting yourself into. That's what you're joining. Talk about things, okay? Because that's what people want. Like that. That's just one tip. That was kind of something a little extra. But, you know, your highlights and your stories, what are the things that you know, Danny talked about, like cats and fitness and stuff. I have a whole highlight that's nothing but Riley. I have a whole highlight that's nothing but Berkeley. Those are my kids. I have one that's fitness and results. That's my before and afters. It's other before and afters. I have one that's about the business. And every single day, you know, on my story, I'm showing my life, you know, the pretty, the ugly, the whatever, you know, just me being me, because that's what people relate to. So, and also, you know, something that I wanted to talk about is make sure that you're not all business product. Throw a quote in there, okay? I've always wanted my social media platforms to kind of be a place of just like positivity and like, you know, a place where like maybe people think like, oh my gosh, like I wonder if Carly's posted anything like inspiring lately, or I wonder, like I just want my social media platforms to be somewhere where people can go and like get value, or like read a quote and they're like, oh dang, that moved me, or they read one of my captions and they're like, she's speaking to my soul. Like that's what I want my social media platforms to be. And so sometimes every now and then between a business post or between a product post, I'll go to Pinterest and I'll literally type in boss babe quote or motivational quote or boss mom quote or just some kind of quote, and I'll scroll through there and then I'll pick one that really makes me feel something, because I know if it made me feel something, it's going to make somebody else feel it. I'll screenshot it, crop it down, post it on Facebook, and just be like, yes, like, you know, with some emojis, like something exciting. And it'll get like 5 shares or 10 shares, and people are commenting and liking on it. That helps my algorithm, right? But it also makes people feel better. So, and then too, you know, something that I always tell my team is your Instagram bio and even your Facebook bio. I think your Facebook bio can't be as long as your Instagram, but your Instagram bio, you want that to be the top 5 to 7 things about you, okay? So if you go and you read my Instagram bio, I actually wrote it down. It says Mama Bear, I'm a mom. Whole lot of coffee and Jesus. I like coffee and Jesus. Give me all Ray Dunn. Shay literally gets on to me every single time I go to TJ Maxx and won't let me buy anymore. Always be kind, because I'm all about spreading kindness, inspiring women. And that really came after I left my marriage, because after I left, the amount of girls who would reach out to me just because I put myself on social media and they knew that I had a big heart and they felt like, you know, they could trust me and talk to me. I had so many girls come to me and say, I'm going through the same thing and I don't know how to get out of it. So because I went through that, I was able to be a light, like in the darkness, like I was able to be a light for other people and help them through that. Okay. And so that's part of me. I want to inspire women. Maybe you're not living that. Maybe, you know, you have a different darkness in your life, but I want to be a light that you feel like you can come to and, you know, get help with. And so that's part of me. And also living a 7-day weekend, because this is what I do like every single day, right? I don't go to the hair salon anymore. I don't have to go to an office job. Like this is my life. Okay. So those are my tips. I hope that y'all got some golden nuggets.
I love it, y'all. If you got value from this Zoom, I want you to drop a 1 in the comments. If you took something from Danny, Caroline, me, or Carly that you're going to start implementing into your business, I'm so happy that we were able to do this for y'all, because I feel like this is just a huge thing that will completely change your business. When you become 100% authentically yourself, when you share everything about your life, when you stop caring so much about the highlight reel and sharing more about how you can change people, how you can, like, we were not given, like, I fully believe, like, especially after I got back from this mission trip that I went to, I fully believe that not only was this business placed in my life for me, but it was placed in my life to help other people. And I know that my 11.8 thousand followers on Instagram is to use for good. Just like Carly said, it's to be a light for other people. It's to influence people in ways that not many other people can, because I'm in that position. So find your calling, find what you feel called to do, find what you know that you want to do with your social media, and influence people based on who you are. And so I hope that you got so much from this Zoom, and I can't wait to see all of you. I follow a lot of you on here, and just to kind of see how you implement all of these things into your business. So I hope you'll have a super awesome night. Carly will upload this to YouTube because she recorded. I'm on my phone still. But I hope you'll have a super awesome night, and I will see y'all on our next training. Bye, guys.